Hello and welcome to this Elder Council drum journey. So I know the camera is at a weird angle, but it wants to be like this. So don't worry, like if I move in and out, it's not so much about seeing me as it is about the energy that's around. And I just had to fix the rainbow maker. It's going around the room. It's more going this way, but you could see orbs and stuff because we've got the rainbow maker with its little solar panel in the window. Anyway, so that is going, and this is typically our Bringers of the Light Sunday. I'm recording this on Sunday. I don't remember what day, October the 5th, I think. But what the guides want us to do today is, I feel like we had to really integrate from that eclipse. And yeah, we had to really integrate from that eclipse. And I feel like now, this coming week, our vitality is going to be back a little bit and we're going to be able to move forward. So before I go any further, let me wrap us all in love light and light love. Inviting in the guides who overlight TLC for the soul, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, the Pleiadians, all my TLC for the soul guides. We're going to join us on this shamanic journey today. So if you're new here, if you've never done a shamanic drum journey, well, here we go. We're going to give you a few little tips to kind of help you get in the right space before we just jump right into the journey. So there may be like, we'll do that, and then you might have to pause me and kind of gather some things and then come back to do this. So if you're a returning friend of TLC for the soul, welcome. Thank you so much for always being here. Thank you so much for always showing up and lending your amazing energy to the TLC for the soul community. We are in deep gratitude for you, for all of you, whether you're in a human body or whether you're some other being partaking of this transmission in some other star system or dimension beyond the beyond. All bringers of the light are welcomed, regardless of what kingdom you inhabit. Could be fairy, could be human, could be angelic, could be dragon, could be elemental. Okay. So here's where we're going to gather. And like I said, this is typically, on Sundays, we don't typically do this. We typically look at the week ahead, but the guides are ready to show us the next 3 months out via this Elder Council shamanic journey. And so to get yourself started, I would, if you're familiar with journeying, then I would gather whatever tools you typically journey with. So I've got we've got the drum. I'll be drumming and guiding us through this. If you're new to journeys or new to the channel, this is a guided journey. So we'll take you each step of the way. I've got my other shamanic journey box. It's a little bit different than the one I showed you. I think I've got these two. This one has the Elder Council perfume in it from Athena's Elder Council perfume collection. And this box, oh, it smells so good. It has some root in it. This person made this box. Someone made this box. I don't think, they didn't actually make the box, I don't think, but the contents in it, they created it. And they put something in their garden, and I don't remember the name of what it is. It's not sage, or it's not the typical ones. It's something else, but oh my God, it smells so good. And I cannot recall what it is, but it's still in here. So this would be a good time to pause me as we're readying the space for this journey. So whatever you need to do to ready yourself. Do you like to sage yourself or sage your space? I did like a major saging last night. Like my whole house smelled for hours of sage afterwards. The sage bundle was just burning really big. I am going to light this incense. This is called Fantasia. It smells really good. It's from Wildberry Incense, Fantasia. I think it's one of my favorite ones from there. If you want to drum along or rattle, or use just, whatever shamanic tool you want to use to help you on the journey, go ahead and do that. Prepare your space. Some people like to journey lying down. That's a little too passive for me, but you might want to lay down. Get like an eye mask or something to cover your eyes. You could journey sitting up in whatever pose is comfortable. Be in a comfortable pose, not like in some lotus position or something. We need to be comfortable so that we're not focusing on like, oh, my leg hurts or whatever it is. So, because we're going to be in the journey state for about 10 minutes probably. I'm not going to go too long. I feel like there's a lot of new people here that have not really journeyed before. So there's that. Or some people like to journey standing up and moving about, but in an altered state, not like plant medicine is your, if you want to take plant medicine, that's your vibe. I'm not doing plant medicine. Like I'm not ingesting anything. But you could get an eye mask and make sure you have a very clear open space where you're not going to like hurt yourself. But my favorite way to journey is standing up and moving about. Like I'll create a circle of space and I'll say, don't let me go outside these bounds. And then I'll kind of like do stuff that I'm guided to do, like walk about or put yourself in a particular location and interact with that location as if you were really there. Those sometimes are the most fun, fruitful, shamanic journeys, but you have to kind of have a little bit of a double awareness. Like you have to be in the journey, but also be in the room a little bit at the same time so that you don't like walk into walls and things like that. All right, so let me light the Fantasia. And I'm assuming at this point that you've gotten what you need. And if you haven't, again, you need to pause and get what you need and get yourself comfortable and all that. And I'm going to set the intentions for the journey. There have been some very interesting candle magic this morning that happened with my candle. So I could tell that energetically for our collective, it's time for this particular reading. I've never had a candle before where it's burning fine, and then almost like a tower moment, the top of the wick just like fell off and fell down into the wax, and then the rest of the candle wick was fine. It wasn't even towards the bottom of the candle in terms of the wick going out or whatever, but the wick, the candle just slowly died. And then the wick like curled over and went down into the wax. And then of course, once the wax hardened, I could no longer see the wick anymore. So to me, that's a lot of like death energy. Like a lot of, we've been seeing a lot of 999. And then I was like, whoa, what's going on there? And then the smoke was very active. And then, I lit another candle. So we're in a very potent window right now, depending on when you're watching this, of from the solar eclipse, new moon solar eclipse in Libra until this full moon in Aries is very potent, powerful magic being worked by the universe. I don't know what's happening here. I'm like hat head. It's been so cold. It was real feel 28 this morning, so Fahrenheit. So I had actually had 2 hats on and multiple jackets because I'm not ready to go to winter wear yet. I'm just not. I'm holding out for summer. I have like long john tights on with shorts. I'm like, no, I'm gonna take every last bit of whatever this North Dakota calls warm weather. All right. So let's let Fantasia burn. So I feel like in the next, let's see, couple of weeks, there's always windows of opportunity for change all year long, right? But there's times when the magic and the manifestation power is particularly potent. And because we are on our way to Samhain, which in the pagan wheel of the year is like the final harvest of the year, if you don't get something off the ground, out of the ground, or off the tree, or, you know, off the bushes or whatever in terms of harvesting things, like by Samhain, that's pretty much the end of it. First frost is usually around this time. If you get frost where you're at, I know there's some places where they're like, what? It's never frosty here. But I think we already had our first frost the other day. We got like a weather advisory, and it said that first frost, the frost was going to go below freezing on the ground or whatever. And I can already tell when I'm walking on the ground that it's getting harder. So what I think is happening here is it's a big energetic push between now and the end of the month to like manifest some things, manifest certain things. And with that Libra energy of the eclipse being all about relationships, ending and beginning and all of that, it could be any number of things that you're working on. Oh, the smoke is very hypnotic right now. Could be any number of things you're working on, but so there's that window of opportunity. But in addition to that, there's this window of higher alignment and higher ascension energy, and almost like a prep towards the solstice in December. So we're working in multiple like circles of energy at the same time. And it can take you offline as well. So that's what happened to me last week. You know, there was no almost daily shorts last week. I don't even know if I think I did the audiobook last week, an audiobook drop, but Spirit pulled me offline. I was not feeling very good at all. I had like really bad body aches, and I was just guided to like not do much of anything. So, you know, I was still able to like, you gotta let me handle my daily responsibilities. I have stuff other than TLC for the soul I have to do. And so I'm like, I have to get through these every day, you know, so I was able to do those. But other than that, they're like, no, you just lay down on the couch and you don't do anything. And I was like, oh, okay. And I felt really bad too. I had like a really bad stomach ache and body aches and all of this. So, and it was gone when they said it would be gone. They're like, this is only gonna last until this amount of time, and then you'll be fine. And just like that, it was fine. But it was just pulling me offline so that I wasn't doing too much last week. I think in preparation for these final pushes of energy, where we'll be pushing really strong over the next 2 or 3 weeks. So in essence, I guess this is a little bit of the next 7 days too. It's like, you know, what do you need to get done that needs to get done? I have tons of outdoor stuff that needs to get done. And then I had stuff break in my house that I've got to fix. And then stuff outside that needs to be fixed before it gets too cold. So all of these things, and it's like, you know, this, that, and the other. So you can't be going 24/7, right? You have to be able to have this downtime. So what the purpose of this shamanic journey is to go to elder council. So what happens here is typically when we journey, we go to, in this case, I usually take you to my sacred grove in the 5D. We meet there, and then we have like a shamanic guide or your power animal or whoever it is you work with guide you to wherever it is, the lower worlds, the middle worlds, or the upper worlds, to get whatever healing or information you need. This elder council is slightly different in that we meet we stay kind of in the grove area, or your guide may take you further off somewhere. But we usually meet with elder council like in a powwow kind of setting, like around a circle, or, you know, at a table, like at the round table or whatever, like the Knights of Arthur. But it will be you in this journey. You'll be guided. a guide will come and get you and take you somewhere to sit down with elder counsel. Now, elder counsel is typically your most trusted, most loved, most guides that have been with you the longest will come sit at the table with you, and you have the opportunity, oh, I'm getting big chills, to ask them questions and to have them give you, you know, the answers that you need. And I think like right now we've been going, pushing, going so strong, going. And things like your spiritual practice could be falling by the wayside. Your time that you're able to spend with your guides could have been, you know, short, or, you know, you had to skip it for whatever reason. Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. And you know, there's even things like I've been doing, and it's like some other stuff came up and I'm like, no, that is non-negotiable. I don't skip this thing or whatever. But you may have less time to sit in silence and hear the messages that you need to hear. So we're going to go sit in elder council, and I want you to make, I don't care if you write it down or not, whatever works for you, but I want you to decide on some topics that you really need to get some deep guidance on. Is it career? Is it finances? Is it, you know, your self-care? Is it your relationships? Like they're saying pick 3, because they want you to be very focused going in with the questions that you have. So again, if you need to pause this, get something to write with or journal with, and think of your questions before you go in. I'm not stopping this, but you can pause me, go do that, you know, sit and go like, what do I really need to know, or what has not been, because it feels like they're being very open to show what it is you need to know. And then when we go into the journey, you're ready. You get to elder council, you sit down at the table or the powwow circle or the whatever, the teepee or whatever, wherever you go with your guides, the crystal city. And, or some people's guides are ancestors. You could go to their gravestone or whatever and sit, you know, I don't know, sit in a cemetery setting. But you'll be ready to ask your questions, and they're already technically, they kind of know your questions, so they'll be ready to respond to them. So I did bring in some allies to go on this journey with us that wanted to come along. You can bring whatever you want. If you have crystal medicine, if you have plant medicine, it doesn't have to be a physical, you know, like thing you ingest. You could have a special plant. Like this plant in the background has been with me for many, many years now. I think it's 2018. I've had this plant, and it's always wanted to be like right in my area where I'm at. So get whatever you've got. As I was looking for different things, I had this owl pendant that wanted to come along. It's got a labradorite right here. It's pretty hard to see. There it is. I had this tooled leather. It's a red tail hawk feather, tooled in hand-tooled leather. And then I have this lemon Lemurian quartz crystal. So we've got the energy of the owl, that's feminine energy. The energy of the red tail hawk is solar energy, it's divine masculine energy. And the energy of Lemuria, which TLC for the Soul is all about working with new Lemurian energy and light codes. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to work with whatever's in this box. I've got some stones in here. Oh, I've got a big quartz point too. Yeah, whatever this is. I've got an owl feather. I've got tiger's eye and rose quartz. I have a little hummingbird sticker. And I have this lasts forever, smells good, Elder Council perfume by my soul sister Athena at Sage Goddess, a ceremonial potion. I mean, I've had it for like years and years and years and years, and look how much is still left in the bottle. So get whatever you're going to get. I'm going to put some of this on. Scent also helps you dive in. It's a little bubbly in there. Got tobacco. It's got ceremonial tobacco, sage, and some other things. It's not like a perfume you would wear every day. And when I smell it, it takes me right away, like into Elder Council journey space. So, oh, gosh. And this is fun. It should be exciting. You might even be a little bit nervous. I remember when we used to do elder council in some of Athena's groups way back when I was in her groups. And it was always like so exciting to go to elder council and talk to the guides. Okay, Fantasia is still burning over here. There's something else in here. I don't know what this is. It looks weird. Okay. Clear quartz. Let this box kind of charge in the sunlight here. All right. So let's get into your journey space. I'm going to drum, and hopefully the drum is not too loud. This can be a very loud drum, but I'm trying to make it softer so that it's not drowning everything out. This is our community drum, the one we always typically use here. It's got a lot of spirits inside this drum. It's custom made for me by Doug's Drums on Etsy. He's amazing. He's very ceremonial in the making of like so many amazing drums. All right. So let's just start by like relaxing, like taking a couple deep breaths together. Guides for being here with us as we travel out to you in sacred space for this elder council journey. Each of you has a guide you brought with you or is being assigned to you that is going to take you now, come get you, and take you to this special Elder Council space made just for you. You may already have a space you feel comfortable going to with your guide, and if not, allow yourself to be led in this sacred space I've created for all of us to a clearing, into the forest, up by the mountain, in the garden. Okay, everyone's ready. Everyone's going. I'm just going to drum now. I'm going to give you this time to meet with your guides, get your questions answered, and then the guides will tell me when everybody's ready for the callback. Your Elder Council journey with your guides begins now. Hey. All right. Slowly come back into your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Smell this. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes.
Smells like 2014.
Oh, yes. So I've been joined by someone, but he doesn't want to be on, you don't want to be on camera.
Hell no.
I've been joined by my son. And he actually started using his rattle in the background about halfway through. So it's so cool to be able to drum with a divine masculine too. It's part of this whole shamanic journey. So there could be something there for you, because it was like we were drumming solo, and then in the middle of a journey, someone else came in. So for anyone manifesting relationships or partnerships, that's a big, huge sign to happen in the middle of a journey, to have someone else come in. And it was unexpected. I didn't ask him, like, can you start doing this in the middle of my journey or anything like that. He just intuitively went and picked up his rattle. And he's got a very special Native American rattle too that he was using for this journey. What was it made? Where was it from?
Navajo Nation.
It was made, handmade by somebody in the Navajo Nation. And we've had it for a while. Okay, so it was funny because, and I gave him, as we were coming back, I gave him elder counsel, and I said, smell this, and he says it smells like 2014. So there may be something there for some of you. There may, there could be cycles or things closing out from 2014, or there could be something or someone or some circumstance from 2014 that's coming back into your reality now. That was 10 years ago. 10 years ago is the completion of a cycle. Tens in the tarot are all about cycles ending and new things beginning. I just can't stop smelling it. It smells so good. And we did have that with the candle magic this morning too, with the candle wick. Now smell this and see what you think. Smell this.
Also smells like 2014.
It all smells like 20.
Strong as shit.
Maybe because this box you remember from that long ago.
All those smells are from 2014.
Yeah, elder council, when you would go to Athena's with me and you would smell those smells.
Yeah,
you can smell this.
You used to have them on your person too back then, so I can just think
yeah.
them, so.
Yeah. All right, so go ahead and if you need, I guess now's the time to like just reintegrate from your journey. If you want to journal down what your guides shared with you, if you need very specific information and you feel like you didn't have enough time, you can do this journey as many times as you want to get the answers that you need. If you're a person who's more able to journey more, I don't know what to call it, like dual consciousness, to where you can be in the journey and then be like, oh, I need more time. And then you somehow pause the drumming or whatever. I don't know, whatever you need to do to get the answers that you need. This is supposed to be guidance, direction, information, intel. and deep insights for the next 3 months. So whenever you listen to this, but when it drops from now until the winter, or the winter / whatever, summer solstice in December of 2024. So let me just see if there's any, do you have anything you want to say?
I don't know what the hell is going on.
Oh, we just finished a shamanic journey to meet with our elder council guides to talk about getting information for the next 3 months.
I got plenty of elders. I don't know.
Yeah.
If they want to pass any information down towards me and onto the show, they can, but you don't have to ask.
Yeah, let's see, since Nyoka's here. This is very exciting.
I don't come on this damn show, so...
I know, the fact that he's sitting here is, there's got to be a reason why he's here. So let's just see. So what they're trying to get at here is like talking about special moments with beings, special moments with people. Okay, so elder council is all about special moments to me with like your most revered or most cherished guides. When I go to elder council, I sit down with like my most trusted guides, you know, that I have been with, probably have worked with for many lifetimes. But in addition to that, you know, it's not just about, this time is not just about always being in the 5D with your guides, right? Which we be as much as we can. But it's about it's about the power of the now with the special people that are in your life right now, whoever they are. You know, like, cherish time with my son. He's here. He's not always available. He thought sometimes his schedule is different and he's not, you know, if he wasn't available, it would just be me drumming. So it's like, wow, this is so cool, you know, that a special person in my life is here for something like this. Your pets, you know, the power is in the now. Like, those people might not always be here. Maybe, you know, new people are going to come in and replace some of these people that are in your life right now. And you're just being guided to enjoy the people that are here while they're here. You know, in reference to Nyoka, he's 17 years old. And, you know, maybe his life journey will take him elsewhere very soon. And he might not always be available to come sit in a shamanic journey. He could be off, you know, touring the world or something. You know, I don't know. And so it's like enjoying what you have in this now moment when you have it, and realizing that, you know, everything else outside of you can take care of itself. You're fine. You know, all these things that we're always worried about, there are answers. And if we ask for guidance, if we ask our guides to come in and help us, if we pray to the angels or guides or whoever they are that you work with to help you, they're going to help you. And ultimately, all these little small things that you get really worked up about during your day, if you look back out over your life, and in this case, since he said 2014, look back out over the last 10 years, the majority of the things you were so worried about probably ended up working themselves out. But what's most important is your spiritual practice, your relationship with your guides, your relationships with the people and the friends and the pets that are around you. I talked about last show about, you know, I've had 5,000 walks with my dog. She's already 5 years old. Is she going to live forever? No. You know, who knows how long she has. So to be in this 3D world. And your relationship with yourself. Your self-care should be like top of the list really before any of those other things. Because if you're not well, if you're not healthy, if you're not spiritually, you know, strong, and your boundaries aren't strong, and you're not energetically clearing your energy on a daily, it should be on a daily basis, not every now and again or whenever you feel like it should be a spiritual practice, just like getting up and going and making your cup of coffee or whatever in the morning. That should be of the utmost importance, your spiritual hygiene, in addition to your own physical, mental, and emotional well-being. And it takes practice, and it should be very, very important. It should be more important than your friends and your spouse. you have to be on top of your game. And the energy in terms of the strength of these solar flares and the Schumann resonance doing all this sorts of crazy, Gaia is not going to stop expanding and upgrading. And when those expansions and upgrades happen, when we have all this, we're in solar maximum, the more solar activity you have, the more it's going to affect your physical body as your physical body tries to keep up with all these changes. It expands itself. So you have to give yourself that, you know, yeah, push time to get things done and get things accomplished and take care of everything else. But at the same time, you have to balance that. And if there's things you've been putting off, like, you know, physical self-care stuff, like, you know, going to the dentist, going to the eye doctor, get your eyes checked. I don't know what it is for everybody, you know, taking a look at your supplement routine, like maybe you take different supplements or whatever as the seasons change. Those are the kinds of little things that can easily get pushed under the carpet until, you know, you've forgotten about it. And then later on, you're like, man, I don't feel so good in a certain area of my body. And it's like, whoops, oh, forgot all about it. I should be doing something different. I do go to my guide sometimes with like, should I change my supplements that I'm taking? Should I change, you know, should I add in a tincture or a tonic or a plant medicine or something? Those are the kinds of questions to ask at these quarterly type updates with Elder Council. All right, let me just pause one more time, see if there's anything else I want to share. Okay, my guides say they are complete. So I'm going to go ahead and end this journey here. And I don't know what I'll be seeing you for next. I have quite a few shows kind of backed up because we didn't have anything last week because I was taken offline to just rest. So we'll see what comes next. It's either the October Energy Hangout, or there was two other things I had to, and I don't remember what they are. So regardless, we'll see you somewhere in the astral, somewhere around at TLC for the Soul. And until then, take care.